Right. Do you work now? It seems. It seems like it works. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Journey Beyond the Abyss. Uh, I just had a fight with OBS because it did not want to first end the recording and then it didn't want to start a new one. But everything is alright. The last episode is safe. It recorded just as it should. And it saved the episode perfectly. So, crisis averted. Episode was not lost, which is nice. And yes, so what was I going to do? Get another charcoal block. So, I wanted to crush limestone so that I can make more factory brick clay, and from that refractory bricks, and from that wonderful, beautiful. Great, I got a block again. That's annoying. A wonderful, beautiful, just lovely furnace. And everything will be awesome with the furnace. I am firmly believing that it will, and I'm not taking anything else from it. Actually, can I? Does this work? For 2. Oh. I will need more andesite. Does this work with that? That's the other question. I wonder. No. So I can choose if I want to use a hammer or if I want to use not hammer. I think I'll choose hammer. And I think... No, I was just thinking about using some of the iron to actually make an iron hammer. But no, not yet. Let's crush limestone. And we will need a new hammer. How much pulp do we have? Not enough. How much new pulp can I make? Not enough. That's kind of the motto of this run so far. Not enough. Let's make some more of you, and we're getting there. So, do I have? I have not. So, let's get you out. And... yeah, let's go on using bone. So, I'll need 2 of those. Let's get more. Alright, doesn't matter. Let's get a bone, and then we crush it with the pickaxe. Yeah. And then we just immediately make 2 hammers. I don't have enough tool sticks for 2 hammers. I don't have twine for hammers, so let's get more of those. Get 2 twine. I shall need lots of hammers, so let's make more hammers. Also, get a last andesite, get that, get 4 of that. I got bricks, and that, and that, and three bricks, and 4 of you for another one of those, because they will not last for very long. Just like this hammer. I'm also not quite sure yet what I want to make with the bloom. I think about finishing bashing it into submission, but oh boy. It's going to take so many anvils. And the bloom is dangerous. Great. There we go. Also sleep. Right. Then, having done this, let's chuck in the limestone. No, not that yet. But let's just, just throw you in and throw you in and just start the burning process. And then we go back to bashing limestone into submission. With our hammer. Oh well. Well then, that's 16 and set fire to you as well. And on we go. So, we had a very disjointed talk about iron before, and I did talk earlier about uses of copper in the ancient world before. Now, I did a read up again, and I was a bit off with my numbers. That's copper melts at around 1,000 degrees, and iron at 1,250-ish. But the 800 degrees centigrade figure is also quite correct, because that is the range for most bronzes to melt. Because bronze, being not a pure element, has a lower melting point than its highest melting component, which in that case is, of course, the copper. Tin melts really, really easy. So that has like, I think, 300 degrees centigrade, 400. It's slightly above the melting point of lead. So, yeah, so the nice thing about bronze is that it has a low melting point, and so it can be worked much more easy with a lower temperature furnace, with a lower temperature kiln. The problem with making bronze, and which was why after iron processing was discovered, it pretty quickly overtook bronze in most capacities, is the components for bronze are very uncommon. Tin deposits are very uncommon. It's not a rare element, but minerals that have mine-worthy amounts of tin are pretty rare. The same goes for copper. Copper is relatively rare. It's concentrated at a few points, but it's not very common. Compare that with iron. Iron ores are abundant. Basically, if a rock is dark red, there is iron in it. Great. And there are lots of different iron ores with pretty high grades of purity that are near the surface. That's because that's where the iron partially precipitates out of solution. When iron, we need to have a talk about geochemistry a bit. The thing is, iron form. We all know iron rusts, and that is a compound where the iron atoms are linked to oxygen atoms, and usually some hydroxyl groups, but we'll ignore those. We just say it's iron oxides. There are quite a few of them, and they can interchange, but let's just say it's iron oxides. Within the Earth, under the surface, usually the chemical environment is not oxidating. There is very limited oxygen under the Earth's surface within the rocks. So the chemical environment is reducing. So the lower oxidation states of iron, which is +2, is favored, and that is a pretty... those are mostly pretty soluble components, very soluble very soluble minerals, like iron 2 sulfate and something like that. And these come from hydrothermic, so volcanic vents that are in close contact with water, and then these minerals can be formed. And yeah, so quite a lot of groundwaters are carrying iron in not huge amounts, but big enough. But where they come out to the surface, that iron comes in touch with oxygen. It gets oxidized to iron 3, and iron 3, and then the hydroxyl ions that were built, they will form rust, basically, and that precipitates out of solution, and, well, it just sits there. It's now a kind of rock, and what you get is bog iron, because that's where this very often happens. Bog iron, or marsh iron, in German it's Rasen iron, which means lawn iron, because, well, or, yeah, so it is created in bogs, it's created in swamps, in moors, or just wet pastures, wet environments where groundwater wells up and the iron in the solution precipitates out immediately. And over hundreds of thousands to millions of years, this can, of course, usually it's float next to the surface, so it actually takes just a few thousand years to form considerable layers of iron ores that are pretty much just under the grass. And those form in lots and lots of different environments. Also, then of course there are the classical iron iron minerals like magnetite, which is just a iron oxide that forms underneath the earth and is highly compressed, which has a high iron content. There's limonite, there's pyrite, all the different chemical environments form their respective that's not good. Form their respective iron ores, because iron is just so abundant in the earth. It's just geology. I mean, in geology, iron is pretty much everywhere. It's so abundant, and so yeah, you'll find it everywhere. And once people figured out how to use iron, how to smelt it down, yeah, it was much more abundant than all the things you need to make the different kinds of bronzes. It's much more abundant than bismuth, or, well, people in the ancient times didn't know what bismuth was, but yeah, tin or arsenic or whatever. So it was much easier to make in huge quantities. Also earlier I talked about that, yeah, pure iron is really hard to get by. That's not completely wrong, but also not completely right. With experience and a good working furnace, you can get high purity iron. You just need to be very careful not to give too much fuel, or to use a rather indirect kind of furnace, which people actually, again in China most probably, pretty early did figure out how to construct and how to maintain, because it's of course not only important to construct a furnace, but also knowing how to run it, how to maintain it, which carbon ratio to use, and that needed to be learned by the craftsmen. But eventually that was figured out, and yeah, what one gets is of course even a rather brittle iron is very useful, because it is workable. It is repairable. It doesn't need to be steel all the time. Oh, I don't have clay anymore. I need to hunt for clay. Damn it. But for most tools, like agricultural tools, you don't need the highest grade of steel, of course. It just needs to be something that's better than wood or stone crafts. And even low quality iron is much better than that. And for refined goods, like, well, let's not kid ourselves, refined goods are pretty much always weapons. For those, well, the layering of the layering of steel was the answer to that problem, where you take bars of different steel grades or bars with inherently different steel grades inside of them, and then you plonk it on top of each other, and you melt them, or you heat them up close to melting temperature, and then you hammer them, and then you, as they get drawn out, you switch them over, and you hammer them again, and again, and again, and again, and then you get Damascus and the Woods and all the other kinds of steel, of course, Japanese sword steel, and all these kinds of steel with those fine and really beautiful layer system. And what you then get is like a sandwich where different layers of steel have different properties, but since they are very, very thin layers, the resulting steel has improved qualities. It has the hardness of the hard steel layers, but it has the bendiness of the soft steel layers, because a hard steel, well, it'll break when struck. It will not nicely bend, it will just break down. Whereas you can, of course, force a soft steel to have a sharp edge, but it won't keep that edge for long. That edge will be worn down very quickly because, as I said earlier, pure iron is very soft. It's not a very hard substance. It gets worn down surprisingly quickly. So for a durable tool, I need to get andesite. So let's do that. Do I have pickaxe? I have pickaxe. Let's put that shit away. Great. Let's just put you down again and right, put in you. Quick climb. You just go in here. You just go in here. Let's put the apples away. So, yeah. All of this stuff. Won't need a fire starter, so let's... it's time. There is enough time. Let's... Where's my boat gone? Dude, where's my boat? Did I pick it up? No. Yeah, let's swim over there. Let's just swim over there. I think I know where my boat went. I think the hurricane put it somewhere. Oh well, I have my wetsuit on, so let's just jump over there and push the right button to actually do the sprint swim. And quickly get some andesite. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, but yeah, iron was just for many people much more useful than bronze, just because while in and on itself quite a bit harder to make, much more sophisticated technologies needed, much higher temperature needed. With the raw materials much more abundant, yeah, it immediately saw widespread use, and archaeologists think that it had a profound impact on at least the Mediterranean civilizations, with massive societal upheavals going on. With it seems like there are the like pretty mythical sea people, of which some old Egyptian stories speak, that came and brought quite a lot of problems for the Egyptians, because they raided the shores and brought destruction and everything. And archaeologists still arguing, of course, if they were actually real, but there's evidence that yes, these were people from the north, might have been people from the northern Mediterranean, that now with the abundance of iron just went about to being raiders. But then again, we don't know, because these people didn't leave any written records, and they left next to no artifacts. So again, hard. Because the thing about iron, we know about, or archaeologists know, that iron was smelted usually by finding smelteries and by finding slag. Because iron artifacts, we all know iron rusts. And there are iron artifacts that are by chance. By using the right ores when they were crafted, actually are stainless steel adjacent. And so they survived until these times. But most iron artifacts, they don't survive for all too long, especially if they are in damp soil. Then they rust away really easy. Whereas bronze artifacts, bronze stays intact pretty much indefinitely, as long as it's there. There have been bronze artifacts found there in drier regions that were just as just with as much luster as the day when they were put into the ground, usually into some graves. That's not a firebow. That's a firebow. And retain their sharpness as well, but with iron artifacts, of course, that does not work. They will rust away. And sometimes archaeologists are lucky, and there are findings of, well, it looks kind of like a shadow next to an artifact. But yeah, like in the ground, then there's like a dark brown or nearly black shadow in the form of an iron artifact. And yeah, that's, I mean, recent things like medieval battle sites where armor and weapon was discarded. It can be found, yes, but it's highly unlikely that any iron artifacts will be found. That's when they are found, that's a major surprise. Because they just don't survive that well. So yeah, iron, highly important. And understanding how iron reacts was... Oh yeah, I wanted to. I needed to. I didn't want to. And need to dig up. Do I have a single flashlight? No, the flashlight died as well. So let's take one of those. Right, so we got this, we got this. Let's go. The hunt for red clay tober. I need to eat something. Wonderful tripe. Yummy tripe. Lost my train of thought again. It'll come back to us. There's nice clay. It'll come back to me, and then through the mangled speech back to you. But yeah, us is acceptable for that. Right. All the clay. We need all the clay. We want all the clay. I want all the clay. Get into my belly. Also, I'm very slowly freezing to death. Right. Didn't like that sound too much, I'd have to say. Right. Let's not get eaten by the Gru again. Not while I'm actively playing the game. And not forgetting to set it on pause while I... Alright, that's all of the shovel. I think that's all of the clay ball. No, it's not. I think it's all of the clay balls. Let's go, before I freeze to death. Right. So, good thing too. So, we got clay. Now we need that. Are you done? Great. Then crushed limestone. And andesite. Let's change this for andesite cobblestone. There is some more quicklime in here. Good. Then let's make refractory clay bits. That's surprisingly little. Oh, yes. I will need more of that. And the clay balls away. No. Also make new tiny clay balls. More of you. Put in more quicklime. Good. 10 and 11. Nice. Oh, there's some more of you, clay. More of you. I can just keep the stack handy. So, what did I want to make? Ah, yes. 2 of you, 2 of you, 8 of you, and some of you. Just whatever. 1, 2, 2. That's dirt this way around, and like that. And let's just plonk you down here and get you to storage. And let's fill you up. Nice. Good. Then we shall more andesite. Let's burn more andesite. Right, like this. Those can go away. Let's do this. I still don't understand that. Pity. I pity the fools. So that is an inconsiderate amount of those sticks. So let's craft some more of them. And we do this, and we get all the stuff back. So, right, that's why I wanted the andesite for. I don't have a pickaxe anymore. So, let's just empty the hand first. Put you in there, put you in there. Dirt. Building blocks. I would just fill up this hole and just put it in here randomly. Good, good, good. You're still burning, you're still burning. I will need the pickaxe. The pickaxe will need the thing at the top. For the thing at the top, we will need... Those are tool sticks, perfect. We will need spickly bit. For that, we will need the bone. To crunch the bone, we need the emergency pickaxe. So now we make the pickaxe. There. And there. And there. And we have the pickaxe. It is achieved. Pickaxe is got. Yeah. Now with the pickaxe we make 2 rods. Stone rods, I mean. Right. Nope. Crack the whole thing down. Let's make some more bone shards while we're at it. And take these one out. Next one in. Go to sleep before the monsters spawn, which would not be very good. With our very little amount of lives, let's make 5 of them, right? It's okay, I think. That's 8 of those. What are you? Compressed sticks as well. Alright. So, let's cut down some more reeds. And I do wonder, I mean, sugarcane is a kind of grass. It's not a kind of glass. That'd be weird. I wonder if there's sugar cane paper out there. I mean, real sugar cane paper. I think I'll Google that later on. Because it should be a bit like papyrus. It should be usable for that. It should be usable for making the side. Oh boy, I will need to make quite a lot of that as well. I remembered. Hammer or pickaxe? Pickaxe. Hammer doesn't do anything. Would be kind of cool though if there was sugarcane paper. Right. Do I have stuff on me for a hammer? Of course I don't. Let's get all the things ready. It's amazing how quickly I'm burning through hammers. So you go in there, then that, those, and those were the infected sticks. Twine, you two, hammer has been achieved. Stop. Hammer time. Right, crushed flint. You go in here. You are done. Nice. So, one more ash. I need to hammer more of you into submission. Quick climb. Let's get rid of those dry plant fibers. Good. Right. Righto. Let's fill you into that. Get more pulp. So that's enough for 2, which is perfectly fine with me. So then we will need more of that. Let's harvest more. Need all the pulp. There isn't enough. And there's lack. Which is perfect, I guess. Bucket. And let's get you filled up. Alright, someone is calling me. Let's see who is. Alright. I have no idea who it was. And I will ignore it. It's really strange. Usually people don't call me. But now, since I started recording, I have been called now 6 or 7 times. Weird. As if they know I'm about to record something, and then they think, oh boy, let's call the fox. And now someone is writing me on Discord. Right. How long is this episode anyway? 44 minutes. Right. I shall get the bloomery. No, not the bloomery. The fucking workstation. And then I will stop this episode. So. Right. So let's just Uh, let's get a message out. So the hunt for Diablo is on. So we will need more of that, and we need ash, and then let's say I am still missing that. Good grief. So let's bake a small Brötchen. Actually don't know what they're called in English. Let's get the coal out. Don't need to waste it. Do I? I do have crushed limestone. Alright, you know what? Let's get that crushed limestone going. Yeah, that should be long enough. No. Derp. And derp. And there we go. So. And you will need to soak, and I will need more. Oh, you're done. Nice. And you need to soak more. Good. Very, very good. So, refractory oven. It's the oven and 4 of those. And for that we will probably need more pulp. So, it is visible. Success is visible. Oh, I do have that. Let's make more of you. 16. That's very considerate. Nice. So, what are we missing this time? Yes, still this. Good. Let's make more of that. Right. Then, let's get our beautiful, wonderful helper going. You are empty. That's not very good. Still have so much limestone. Right, let's start with that. How many do I need? I need 5 per, so that's actually enough. So let's get these, and so how long will they need to be fired? They need to be fired 7 minutes, so, and I can't fire them all at once. That's bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't count again, as per usual. Let's just set fire to this and get you going. So, 1 brick is still here. Yeah, I needed 2 more for the fire starter. So, what do we do in between? We will make the pulp. We will make all the pulp. All the pulp will be made. It will be ours. So. Then, what can I do with you? This furnace. That's just cobblestone. That's easy. That's bloody easy. So we hunt for the pulp. Low pollution. If you visit American City, you will find it a very pretty. Just two things of which you must beware. Don't drink the water and don't breathe the air. Pollution, pollution. Wear a gas mask and a veil. Then you can breathe, long as you don't inhale. And I don't know the rest of the lyrics, but yeah. Tom Lehrer. Amazing songs. Let's just put down a cobblestone. Cobblestone! Yes. Now I don't have to jump over this all the time. You know what? Let's just make that one as well. Let's make enough for a stack to go into there. 16. So 11. 10, 11. Don't know what else I might need this for. And right, 7 minutes to fill. Let's do some. Put that shit away. Let's drink that useless carrot juice. I mean, why can't it satiate hunger as well? Don't quite understand that. Let's crack some limestone as well. Flintstone. And there we go. And let's put you in there, and you will be needed for more of that. Pulp plants aren't growing. They're growing fast. They are not growing fast enough. So, you know what? Let's make a bit of money. Let's take that with me. Yes, that one. And take that with me. Just sell it and see if they have some clean stone to sell now. Right. Oh, we. Yeah. The strange thing that I find out as I play this pack, I did learn French in school, and that's a long time ago. And I find that when I just casually reading the chat spam of the villagers, some parts I actually can understand without looking at the English translation, but others, not so much. It's more like, yeah, I know this is the word. That is the wrong window. Right. I was just trying to figure out stuff. And there she comes. Alright, I actually wanted to look to see how long I've been recording now, but I forgot. Right. Anything in here? Yes, a free cow. Hello, cow. Let's close that. So now we can go and see if they have anything to sell. Maybe even someone has a quest. Slaughtering a cow. Well, here you go. Bonjour. Bernhilde Reginald. Yes, you are out of stock. You're out of stock on glass. That's actually... Well, could have been better, you know? Actually, where's the chief? I need someone to explain to me how apple trees work. And I don't want to trade with you. Let's screw that. Screw that! You don't let me into your drinking establishment, then I won't have anything to do with it. Whee! I do kinda love how the bloom is still active. Kinda wanna build a small volcano with it. Just to steadily mess with me. To remind me of the terribleness that is the bloom. So, you're done. You're also done, and I lost 2, which is bad. So let's just give you as much coal as I can cram into it. Right. So 15, that's 3 blocks. That and that. Yes, it is a new recipe, and it's not enough. It's never enough. Let's just keep it there. Just because. And I need to melt down clay. I need to melt down clay. And this needs to grow. Come on! And there is a monster. Let's see where it is, what kind of monster it is, and I should get down to trees and plant more. Oh, did I think about it? So, down you go. Goodbye. Despawn you. And let's just plant more of the trees. Bäume, Bäume, überall Bäume. Ja. Oh, you're not down there. Are you down there? Yeah, there's a zombie down there. We don't care about the zombie. It's not on our lawn, so we don't care. Now I have a song stuck in my head. Great. Just had to be. Oh, the sunflower burned, of course, yeah. I need to steal another sunflower from the villages. Can't go without a sunflower. It's dangerous to go without sunflowers. How else should we pay for the other flowers? Sunflowers are needed. They fund the whole defense team. Now I kinda want to play Plants vs. Zombies. Again. Charcoal. Brackets. Bröckel! Holzkohlebröckel. Oh yeah, my... I will not make another shovel. That's not important right now. Let's make some more. That. I did. Let's use them. That's half of the usable number. That's good. That's good. So, what else? What else will I need? You are still cooking. Let's hang you up there again. Just for the fun of it. That all is soaked. Premier soaked limestone. For your factory pleasures. Right. Let's cut one of those down. Oh. Let's let our wall. Yes, good. Friend does some bale runs. That's... Why is Diablo 2 so good? Still. Thank God David they nailed it with the remaster. I was pretty afraid after they did to Warcraft 3. Blah. Terrible. Terrible. Right, so that's one more clay ball. You're still not done yet. You know what, let's... How many can I fit in there? A few. Not very much. I shouldn't. That's 8. Much less than 4 blocks. Come on. Get ready! I am impatient. Let's harvest the fields and propagate the garlic. I hate this garlic. I really kind of hate this garlic. So, yes, you are mature, and you gave me 1 garlic. Amazing. So, how that and that. Good. We have some of that. I want some more of the garlic. So let's get at least 3 of those. And put them with the garlic. Okay, that uproots the plant. That's... so at least I get something. The fuck? Okay, I can't have... No, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't work with that, for whatever reason. Amazing. Amazing. So let's get some beetroots down there. God, God damn it. I mean, it's not as bad as weeds in the... Is it mariculture? I don't know. In the crop stick mod pack. Which I do have to admit, disabled for my latest Agrarian Skies run. Because I just couldn't be bothered. Well, I could be bothered, of course it's not it. So, let's get a hammer. Probably my table will then break. Oh, we got it. So we got this, and then we need the iron, and then we need to get the pickaxe, not the bucket, but the pickaxe, and then we shall make the refractory ovens. Yeah, we have the refractory ovens. And then we shall need for our next trick 5 of these, and we shall get the furnace. We have the furnace! Ah, good grief. And now we got the furnace. Kindling. Norman axe. That's actually not that bad. So, the question, of course, is what can I smelt in a furnace? I'm pretty sure I can't just throw in the ores to get bars. So, can I figure out what to make in a furnace? Urnace, what can I make with you? Okay, those are all fuels. Smelting, I can make cooked fish, I can make boomerangs, I can make bricks I don't know yet about, I can make bear steak, I can food, I can make something, I can make... I know what nether is, but I still don't know what peat is, which I'm digging up from the sand all the time. I can make glass, I can make burnt food, I can make more food, I can make sea meat, nice, I can make water buckets, purified, I can make unknown kinds of stones, unknown kind of bricks. That very much looks like refractory clay, I do have to say. Dried noodles into noodles I cannot comprehend yet. Okay, cobblestone into stone with 100% rate. Yes, nice. That's probably skystone. More things to cook. I can make eggs. Nice roasted eggs. Okay, so it's basically a cooker. Could make it a brick forge. I will not make a brick forge, but I will make this. And for that and that is what we'll do, and then we'll call the episode for today. So let's throw away the sticks. Let's make this by hand. We got this. Yes, and then there is our sawn wood. And then we need to do this and bollocks. We need to make this, and then we need to put this away. This. And we need to pickaxe the furnace. You're not as useful as I thought you'd be. And I need to get the coal out, because we have learned that this will go on burning. And yeah, so masonry bricks can go. We need this and this. And as the sun sets, we will hammer. We will not hammer this. Probably because that's supposed to go into the middle. Let's put you lower spot. We will hammer ourselves a basic workshop. Right. I'm excited. So, good night, everybody. Well, it's not night here. See you next time.